Buff Nation, you guys have been patiently awaiting a new collaboration with me and Rawhide Media for you to shut down the internet. You don't need to listen to any other football channels when we're live, right, Raw?
That's
And
right, man.
I,
That's right.
I'm pumped about this. So y'all get in here and we're gonna have a great discussion. Be sure to smash the like, subscribe to Rawhide Media. And dude, it's our most exciting season yet. That's what we gotta say. But Raw, how are you doing today? We'll
Oh,
just
I'm
start there, man.
man. Oh, I'm great. I'm great, bro. What I'm saying, just coming out of this off season, it's been it's been kind of up and down with Colorado, this new Vamp team. Their Shedeur and Travis, among others, not being there and seeing how Coach Prime's going to perform with them, and following the NFL with Shedeur and Travis, brother. It has been an eventful summer.
Yes. Yes. Very different, I think, from seasons past. And I'm glad that we got some players to follow in the NFL now. That should be
Hmm.
fun, and we'll definitely spend some time talking about that. If you didn't notice, Ra, we're taking things to a new level here, and it's perfect that you're the gentleman joining me on the show because Taco Bell, Colorado area Taco Bells have been gracious enough to partner with me, dude. Oh no!
There you
Oh,
go.
that's not good.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Buffs box, man. $7. And look at this, man. Doesn't it look great? And you get all sorts of goodies in here. Plus, promotional cups, dude. Have you seen these? We got Julian Lewis.
I have not.
Yeah, we got Julian Lewis right here. Okay. $7. $7. That is the cheesy gordita crunch, the beefy 5-layer burrito, Doritos Locos Tacos, cinnamon twist, and a large fountain drink for only $7, man.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I wish I could have gone in person, but they're gracious enough to send it out here to me. And now Taco Bell, that's where I'm getting my fast food, right? Got Jordan
Oh,
Seaton.
okay. That's
Pretty
nice.
cool. And then we also got Draylon Miller right here. Yeah. So
Yeah. Hey, that's one of my primetime performers, man. Returning. Yeah. Jalen Miller.
yeah, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
1,000 yards, Draylon Miller. Come on. Let's get
I'm
it.
with it.
And then Quentin Gibson, man. So I think that he's going to get some time as a true freshman, even if it's just starting out on special teams. I think that he's
Hmm.
going to be involved in some capacity. So it's going to be fun. Y'all be sure to go support your local area Taco Bells all throughout the Front Range, all the way up to Fort Collins. So get yourself a Buffs box. We got more information coming out on this soon. It just came in the mail before we started. So
Shout out to
that
Taco Bell and Buffs Box. Shout out.
yes, that's what's up. So,
Hmm.
man, let's get right into it, man. It's a changing of the guard.
It is.
Travis Hunter, Shedeur, they're out of here. Off to the NFL or in the NFL. We lose a lot of our wide receivers, but this is fun, man. I've been on a lot of other people's shows over the last month, and they're like, "What do you expect? What are you looking forward to?" And the Heisman race, it was so important last year, Rob.
Yeah.
But it's kind of nice to come into a football year where it's like, man, we don't have any side quests this year, man. I think
Hmm.
it's just going to be straight up, trying to win football games.
Hmm.
So what are you most excited for right now? We can get into, overall with the team, coaching staff, or any returners. We can talk about that.
Well, yeah. Well, let me first start off by saying this, man. I think Coach Prime has gotten a huge weight lifted off the shoulders, right? You're coming into his first two seasons, right? It was about, hey, showing that we can do it, showing that showing that I can coach on this level.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Second season was all about, what I'm saying, the Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders show, trying to exceed the previous season's expectations, which they did, perform admirably. And I think this season you don't have any of that. I think, Coach Prime, he's a very polarizing coach now. As much as he can float under the radar, I think he's doing it in year three, right?
Mhm.
When I turn the television on, I'm watching college football. Say I don't find them being the lead, which I think is extremely, extremely important, right? So, my I for the team overall, we got a couple question marks, right? We want to see where they. I'm sorry, we would like to see where they're going to improve on, but I gotta say, man, I'm expecting a well-rounded team. I'm expecting a balanced attack. Now we got to see it to believe it, but I'm thinking that defense, for the most part, should improve on last season. And I have to say, brother, we got to give them a round of applause for how the defense performed last season. At the end of the season, bro, they was ranked 50th overall, I do believe.
Dude, that's insane.
That's insane. I didn't think it was that until I looked it up. We have to give them a round of applause for that because that defense was a whole lot better than what I thought it was going to be.
Yes. Yes. And we even had a second team all conference linebacker. How
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Shout out to Coach Hart. I know y'all hate him, but shout out to Coach Hart, bro.
Right, man, it was so funny when I was listening to your stream the other day. Man, people were going in on Coach Hart, Coach Phillips. Man, that was so funny. That was so funny. But man, I gotta say, Coach Hart, uh, he's goated now. We got the top rated. I think recruiting the class right now is courtesy of Coach Hart. We got 3 new linebackers committed, and yeah, I got some fairly, I think, high expectations for Reggie Hughes and those guys. But before we dive down too deep into that rabbit hole, man, let's talk a little bit more about this offense. Of course, we add some interesting coaches, right? We got
Mhm,
Gunnar White, who on the offensive line, I think all of us, man, we were just like, what? When he was hired? Like, what's
mhm.
going on? But we've made some additions there. We bring in Marshall Falk to work with the running backs, which is pretty cool. Um, and Byron Leftwich here as of this fall, working with the quarterbacks. Man, what are you expecting to see from? You've talked a little bit about balance, but let's dive into the details a little bit more, man. What are you hoping to see? What are you excited to see from this offense?
Um, I I would like them to use Caden Salter to his strengths. I what I'm hoping is not going to happen is Caden Salter comes there and wants to display NFL characteristics from the quarterback position.
Mhm.
I absolutely don't want to see that because I think overall the NFL is changing. It's changing how they view that quarterback position, and it's unfortunate. I think Shedeur kind of suffered from that. When did the NFL turn into the type of league where when they look for a quarterback, they're looking for a mobile quarterback, right? It's
Mhm.
like uh, they have flipped on their head. So I just want Cadence. I want them to play Cadence Salter. He needs to go back 2 years ago
Yes.
and be that Cadence Salter, bro. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a guy now. 1,000 yards rushing, absolutely not, but pretty doggone close.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. I mean, you really don't if you think your wide receiver room is good, you really don't want him rushing, 12 and 1,300 yards, right? But
Mhm.
man, somewhere close. Can I get 7? Can I get 8? Because if he just did that, he damn well, I'm sorry, he nearly outrushed the season totals the previous season. So if you can get that from him, make some decent timely throws, right? Hit the open guy. That's going to make everybody else better. That's going to make the running back position better. And if you
Yeah.
don't believe me, ask the new Derrick Henry that looks like all of a sudden he's on HGH now, nearly 2,000 yards rushing. Why? Because he plays behind a quarterback that they got to pay attention to.
Facts.
So yeah, I think that's the big deal. So don't be anything more than what you are. Be a true dual threat, man, and apply pressure on defenses, brother, to account for you.
Yeah, so here's what's pretty interesting, man. If Kane Salter is able to get around that 1,000 yards on the ground, which It might be. I don't know if this is still a hot take, but I'm like, man, if we're gonna have a 1,000-yard rusher, it's probably gonna be the quarterback. Like that's how I
Mhm,
feel about it. But I we'll get to the running backs here in a bit. But Kane Salter, if he's rushing for around 1,000, I think he could be in reach of breaking Shedeur's all-purpose yardage record that he set for the school last year
mhm,
with 4,084 yards. I thought it was around like 4,300, but it's just a little bit less than 4,100 all-purpose yards.
mhm.
If we get to a bowl game, God forbid we win the conference and go on a run in the college football playoff, he'll definitely have the opportunity to
Mhm.
break that record. But I've loved to see. I've noticed in some of the practice videos, you're seeing speed option, you're seeing triple option, you're seeing some zone reads. So I'm really hoping that, um, yeah, we'll be able to see kind of a little bit more of a creative offense this year when it comes
Yeah.
to the running attack.
Hey, Dave, I know you mentioned Byron Leftwich, right? And I would implore everybody to go watch his interview that he did with Ryan Clark on the Pivot, right? He kind of taps in and kind of gives you, and he talks about some of the things that he's learned, especially when he was coaching Tom Brady. They won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady there in Tampa Bay.
Mhm.
And he was talking about how the thing is about uh, God, the thing about my man, the quarterback, yeah, like Tom Brady. How did I forget Tom Brady? But the thing about the Tom Brady, right, is the fact that he does the easy,
Mhm.
and he learned that Tom Brady, whatever's easy, he's going to do that each and every time. If it's the check down, you hit the check down 5 times in a row. And I think a lot of young quarterbacks, they don't realize that. And if he can employ those type of philosophies that he picked up from Tom Brady, do the easy, bro. Just move the chains. Just move the chains. So I think that type of experience that he has garnered, saying Super Bowl champion offensive coordinator, Tom Brady offensive coordinator, bro. If he brings that, I mean, he can have a big effect on some of these quarterbacks, and especially Juju Lewis. Because let's be honest about it, Juju Lewis is a white piece of paper, right? It's
Mhm.
now now you're imprinting expectations, right, from the quarterback position on Juju Lewis, right? Caden Salter probably got to break some bad habits, but Juju Lewis, he should be able to pick up a lot from Byron Leftwich.
I totally agree, man. I think having him here is tremendous. And uh, I won't go dark side Dave just yet, but let's talk about the wide receivers, man. Talk about the wide receivers. I know you're a huge Omari Miller guy. I mean, you were calling it from the moment he committed, man, that Omari Miller, he can play ball. And he's looking like the wide receiver one, the alpha in the room. But I think we added some other interesting wide receivers as well. How are you feeling right now for Colorado's, receiver group?
Well, I think they're okay, and I don't mean just okay. I think they're good. I think they're sufficient, right?
Yeah.
Uh, Unfortunately, as we stated about my expectation from Caden Salter, I don't think they should have to lean on that position group as much as they have done in the past. So I
Mhm.
think you're going to see some yardage down, but that doesn't mean that they're bad or worse, right? It's because your offense is a little more well rounded. But obviously, right? Oh man, I believe in him. I really do. I have to take a step back though and temper my expectations because it seems like I'm always disappointed because you expect him to be like he's going to be the guy the season run around, and I'm like, why is he not the guy? So I don't see anybody in his way now. Hopefully, he can be the guy that I think we both expect him to be. So extremely excited about him and Draylon Miller, uh,
Mhm.
the new super sophomore, right? At last year, 32 receptions, 277 yards, 3 touchdowns, right? So I think he's able to be that number 2 guy now. I know everybody like new shiny toys. I get that. But I think teams that are good lean on people who've been in the program. So yeah, I think the wide receiver room is going to be just fine, right? I
Yeah.
think it's just fine. Now, again, the stats may not look like what you want it to be, but I think it's going to be just fine.
Yeah. Well said. I think Gunnar White said yesterday in his video interview that he had that he would love to run it like 75% of the time. We know that's not happening
No, it's not.
in today's college football. Absolutely not. There are people upset in the comments seeing that. They're like, "How are we going to feed the wide receivers?" But guys, it's just coach speak. It's just coach speak, okay?
Mhm.
But wouldn't it be nice to have a 60-40 ratio for most of the season or
Oh man,
something like that?
hey,
Yeah,
hey,
60
Big
pass,
12
40 rushing,
championship. If they doing that, 60-40, is that Big 12 championship?
dude.
Make it to the
Hey,
playoff? Make it to, what?
dude, you're on the right
I
show
don't
for
know. I
that.
just
Yeah,
said.
yeah, yeah. We're going to the Big 12, the
Yeah,
Big
I was
12
just saying
championship,
sixty
baby.
forty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I would take that all day.
Dude, man,
It'll probably if it's 60-40 call, it's probably going to be more like a 50-50 actual play, meaning that Kate and take
right,
it and run.
right. Oh,
Yeah.
man. I am so pumped to have a true dual threat quarterback here, Rawhide, that again, he's going to be able to get away from these pass rushers more often than Shedeur was, and I think he'll have a little bit better of an offensive line too. So, um, yeah, like I like a lot of the bodies that we brought in to start on the offensive line. I'm really pumped for the guards that we got in Xavier Hill and Zy Chrysler, and even this guy Larry Johnson, who's been over at right tackle. He's been a guy that's kind of been developing at Tennessee, but he was their starting right tackle for all of spring ball.
Hmm.
So I I think we got some real right tackles. I think we got some real interior players. I think it will be another step up from last year.
Well, speaking about that offensive line, listen, man. You just mentioned Larry Johnson, right? He played at Tennessee. I think, what I'm saying, Oklahoma had that vaulted defensive line, especially if you listen to the Hall of Fame channel and others. But
Mhm.
my man, 41 snaps against Oklahoma, didn't give up one. I think he was the highest graded guy in that game.
Oh hell yeah!
So, I mean, he has potential. I mean, let's be honest about it. He has potential. And he may have been a from what I heard now, he may have been a starting tackle this season for Tennessee, but I think they drop a few dollars on somebody else. So I
Yeah, that
I
doesn't go
think
with the agenda, but yeah.
right. So I'm just telling you, bro. I'm just telling you that the difference. And you being a true Colorado fan, been watching for a long time. What they have today is a little bit different than Coach Mack, how he used to build it. Right? He used to get the smaller guys and try to feed them and build them up to what he wants them to be.
Yes.
Now you all kind of pulling me in the right size, and I know that's a breath of fresh air for you all long time, but Colorado Buff fans.
Oh, man, you know, it still seems like yesterday in some respects, man. We were throwing Jack Bailey out there at left guard.
Hmm. I don't. Y'all weren't even that big with what's his name? The guy that talks all the time used to be play offensive line. What's his name? Runs
With
the
McChesney?
yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all wasn't very big then either, were you?
No, I think you're doing a lot of
Okay.
that zone blocking stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, I think we're going to be able to run the ball more effectively this year. I'm not expecting us to have the best rushing attack in the Big 12 because that will probably put us around, if that were the case, probably around 200 yards a game, maybe a little bit over 200 yards a game. I don't think we're that kind of team. I think we're going to have more balance than that. But man, I also emphasizing the run is going to do wonders for this
Hmm.
offense. Like let's say the offensive line isn't, it doesn't take like a ginormous jump. I think it will take a nice one, but I still think that just emphasizing the run, getting these guys in a flow, it's going to help them more, man. What are
Hmm.
you thinking when it comes to our running game, running backs?
Yeah, I think I think your running backs now. Hayton's hurt. Uh,
Hayden,
I don't
yes,
know. Do you know what type of injury it is?
some sort of hand injury, so
Oh,
should
okay
miss
then.
a couple weeks, few weeks. Yeah.
But I don't think that's neither here nor there. I still got Michael Welch, right? And right, and they've got that little young guy. That what's his name? The track star,
Track
uh,
Hawk, DeKalen
Decalen
Taylor.
Taylor, right, from
Yeah,
Incarnate Ward. So they
yes,
got him. Hey, so you replace the young man from
Dylan
that went to
Edwards.
Kansas State. So
Yes.
you replace Dylan Edwards, and you got Decalen Taylor now. So from all reports, he need to be getting 9 to 10 touches a game in space.
Yes, thank you.
And so you got him. I don't see a problem. I think the running back position is okay, especially again. You got to understand. I am coming from a perspective of Caden Salter is going to be a true dual threat quarterback, which
Yes.
also helps. Which also helps your offensive line. God, if you got a true dual threat, that slows the pass rush down. It slows it all the way down. Why? Because you're trying to keep him in the pocket. So if he's doing that, I wouldn't be worried about. I think that helps. I shouldn't say I wouldn't be worried, but I think that helps the offensive line. Now, granted, I know we got to see it to believe it, right? Because it's been a work in progress for the last couple of years. But with the size and girth that they got on the offensive line with a true dual threat, man, I'm less worried about the offensive line today than
Yes.
I have ever been.
And isn't it great? Because again, around this time 2 years ago, we had the offensive line coach coming out saying, "What?
Yeah,
None of these guys are strong enough."
yeah,
Something like that.
right. Exactly, bro. Exactly, bro. And you don't have no DT2. You ain't got Protect 2 out there. So, I mean, you good, bro.
Dude, no offensive lineman dropped merch during the off season. We got none of them driving around Hellcats. Man, thank God, man. Gunnar White said, "Man, cut that shit out, man. We're here to block. We're here to
Right.
block." It's simple, man. So,
Mhm.
man, I cannot wait. And yeah, Trackhawk, man, this guy, almost had 1,000 yards last year out of Carnot Word. He's a guy that, again, we didn't have in the backfield last year after losing Dylan Edwards, a guy that can just take it to the house with that sort of speed. Did you happen to catch any of the interviews with the running backs done like a couple weeks ago in Marshall Falk?
No, I was unfortunately. Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay, Rod. This is why we're talking. So let me tell you this. Michael Welsh was talking in his presser, and he made sure to mention just how much Marshall Falk has changed his understanding of the running back position, talking about how he's changed so many details with how he sees his position. He's changed, Marshall Falk has changed where the running backs line up. They've changed their path, like, uh, running towards where the play is designed, running towards the hole. He feels like he's become a much more patient runner this year. Now, maybe some of this, it has to do with him just going into his sophomore year, right? But I I felt like there was always more to be extracted from these running backs that we've had over the last couple of years. And now with Marshall Falk, I think that he's going to be able to extract that paired with a dual threat like Caden Salter. But yeah, I don't think we've had much time to talk about Marshall Falk, but would love to hear your thoughts and what your hopes are for him.
Well, I got to say that what you told me, um, that's good, right? I like hearing what you just said because I did have a question, right, about Marshall Falk and coaching, right? Just because you're good at something, playing something doesn't mean that you can teach it very well. But if those are the type of reports that's coming out of camp, then that's a good thing. So that means he is being able to teach or give the information that he has known and what did at a player to somebody who can where they can translate it and use it also. So that's good. And I thought Marshall Falk for the most part, when great players coach, I always put a lot of question marks up, right? Because when you come
Mhm.
out there, a lot of the times they feel like, why can't you just do this? Well, the reason is they don't have your ability or your talent. But if he's conveying that type of information, man, then that hurdle is passed, and I think he's going to be a great addition. And I'm looking forward to see what they do with their running back room, and I want to know the type of influence he has on the head coaching staff, on the head coach. and the OC, right? I want to know is he's going to demand a pounding of the rock, right?
Oh yeah.
Or is he going to go along, get along?
Oh yeah. You know he's gonna be demanding pounding of the rock, man.
Oh,
You don't
you
bring in Marshall Falk to not give his guys the ball, right?
exactly, bro. And I know you was hard on that. You were big on Coach Lee. I remember you used to tell me all the time he should be a little more vocal. And we don't know if he was or was not, but I'm just saying it did seem like he was vocal enough, right, for
Right.
them to hand that ball off.
Dude, that's right, man. We got a guy with a gold jacket coaching the running backs now. You're not just gonna give them 7 carries a game. We are we're never seeing that again. We're never seeing it again.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Yeah, man. Feels
They have
amazing.
to, you would think, right? They got to.
Dude, you gotta run the ball, man. You saw
Right,
how
bro.
Kansas and Kansas State ran it up all over us last year, man.
Yeah,
We gotta go and do that to them this year.
yeah. Okay, do you believe that this team is going to be their physicality is going to increase? Do you think they're going to be a more physical team this year?
Yes.
Because I thought the first two seasons there was a little finesse.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know,
And again, that's what happens when you're throwing it 75% of the time, man. Like that's just gonna be the nature of things. And also, run the ball more, we're gonna be able to control the clock more. I don't see like necessarily like maybe the points that we're putting up per game. I- we'll see like how that changes, but I think we're going to limit the possessions that the other team has because we'll be winning or at least in striking range more often of winning these time of possessions. And I think that's substantial for the defense as well.
it is. It is. Keep them off the field.
Yeah.
100%, bro. 100%.
Yeah.
And speaking of defense, great transition. You got to what this defensive line. If they ain't good this season, they'll what I'm saying. And what I mean by good, I'm like top tier. It'll never be, bro. The experience, the guys that they got returning, been in this program, bro. I mean, they can walk the class with their eyes closed. Look, man, they I think that should be the strength of the defense. What you say?
Yes. I
Arden
think,
Walker, Martin McNeil, Barnes return.
yeah. Tafik Thomas, man, looking,
Yep.
I think Tafik has taken a nice jump this offseason. And I love Tafik Thomas, man, because um, dude, he's a little crazy on the field, and I like that. He's kind of a loose
Mhm.
cannon. You need that kind of energy, man, on the defense. So I'm a big Tafik Thomas guy. You know, when he first transferred here, I was like, man, I don't see it. I I got to go a full 180 on Tafik Thomas. I think that he's going to have a nice impact on the defense this year. But I think our defensive line, including the edges, I think it's by far our deepest position that we have right now. The best position group on the team, and yeah, man, like who would have thought, man? Who would have thought when we started this thing with Coach Prime that in 2023 that 2 years later, man, our defensive line would probably be the most experienced, talented group that we got coming into 25. I think that Warren Sapp's done a great job. It kind of sucked to lose Damian Lewis, but I think Domata Peko is going to do just fine coaching alongside with him. And we'll see what happens with Jaheim Otis. I don't know if you followed that too much, but he was this big guy that we brought in from Alabama.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how much playing time he's going to get this year.
Why
But
why do you say that though?
yeah, there was a video posted like with Gilly like a little while back, like a couple weeks ago in camp, just
Mhm.
saying how everybody's saying that his effort level has been bad. He's got to lock in, and yeah, you can kind of see like in the different videos that are published and put out there, man, there are just other guys that are bringing the intensity more than Jaheim Otis is right now. So he was a guy that I thought would be a starter here, but I think it's mainly going to be McNeil, Barnes, and Tafik Thomas maybe as those top 3 guys, and then they'll figure out the rotation after that. They did bring in a couple G5 transfers as well, So I'm not really sure where the bottom end of the rotation shakes out, but I'm
I'm
hoping.
disappointed by that, Dave. I was
Yeah,
thinking, I mean, dude had 52 tackles, 1.5 sacks at Alabama,
yeah,
6'5", 320.
I know.
I thought he was going to get some clock, but I'm disappointed. I'm hopefully it turns around.
Yeah, man, we can't have him be a Bishop Thomas. We're not
Oh,
gonna throw
of
that
all
out
time.
there, man.
I like Bishop Thomas, bro.
And
I
me
like
too, man. Who are you? My other daddy.
it.
No, man. I love that, man. I'll never forget that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I do want to get to this really quick, Rawhide. You have had some memberships gifted. So here from Neckbone, he has gifted 3. I don't know if it will show up here. It's not. It's not popping up.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it's not popping up here. On Oh, here we go. It was just late.
Mm.
Tell the people what you got going on your channel and what these memberships are all about.
Oh, well, yeah, man, y'all can come if you would, a like, subscribe, and share over on the channel. We kind of changes things up a little bit. Memberships now, I'm going to start doing membership only lives. So used to I do a live, right, and then I make it membership only. The, but I'm going to flip that. We're going to also do just some membership lives. Why? Because if you're a member, and I know, right, it can be a little intimidating, come on the panel, but it kind of filters out a lot. So it gives you an opportunity to come in and voice yourself. And so we'll be doing that. And also it gives you access to the Discord. Let's what I'm saying, it is what it is. Discord is probably the place where, you can see people true feelings about things and discuss the game. We watch the games. We also do other things like wagering. So you're welcome to come in there and have a good time. You know what I mean? It's kind of like just like a party house. But that's what's going on, man. That's what's going on. Y'all come on over, bro. We like everybody. Everybody.
They'll even welcome me.
Oh, Dave is an original, guys. Don't let him fool you. He is an original.
Hey, shout out to Alfaru. Good to see him in here as well. We got some more guys to talk about on the defense, some more position groups. On the defensive line, though, I did want to highlight one guy to you that I think is going to get playing time as a true freshman. It sucked losing Taj McCoy in the transfer portal this year,
Hmm.
but I think a guy that could come in and help make up for that production is IMG true freshman London Merritt, number 44. Most recently worn, I think, by Jordan Dominic a couple years ago. So I think that he's looked really good. He's firmly a part of the rotation. And yeah, so true freshman to look out for.
So you think he's in the rotation?
Yeah. He won't start with Arden and Sam, but I think he'll be a part of that next group
Okay. So
with
you
Keaton
think
Wade.
who you think starting, Arden and Sam?
Yeah, and then Keaton Wade will probably be that guy on the field like quite a bit.
Hmm.
Yeah, we had the most sacks in the Big 12 last year. It will
Yep,
be
you
interesting to
sure
see
did.
if we can repeat. I like a lot of the guys that we brought back. I'm not too familiar with how other teams in the conference have improved in that respect, but
Hmm.
it's going to be fun, man. I think we should be at least have a good chance to, defend that title of the best pass rush.
Okay. All right. Defensive line again. I agree with you. I think that's the strength of the team. Um, I think that the experience that they got, that should not be a problem. Question.
Mhm.
And also, too, I'm not going to hammer. I know people like to hammer linebackers. I think if the defensive line plays like they want to, continue keeping offensive linemen to the second level, linebackers who run free, bro, they can go out there and make a tackle. I ain't tripping on the linebackers like most.
Mhm.
Question though, secondary.
Yes. Oh,
Now,
I did need to say this. I can't believe I forgot this. Quincy Wiggins is going to be part of this like 5-man rotation. This is the year for him, Raw. This is the year for him. The original Louisiana animal. I remember when he committed, man. You were pumped up about Quincy Wiggins, dude.
I was, I
Dude.
was,
And he's
I
only a redshirt junior. He's got 2 years now, man. He's ready. He's ready. He is ready to make an impact for the team. Quincy Wiggins. He's going to get his first career sack this year. I'm calling it.
I was so disappointed.
Yeah, man.
last season. Okay, all right. I see they're talking to him. I've heard a few people talk about, you know what I'm saying, him and is he gonna turn the corner? Is the light bulb gonna come on? I kind of want to see it first, though. Yeah.
That's reasonable. It's reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I have that? Can I just say just let me see it play?
Yeah.
Nah, he got the he got the prototypical body.
Mhm.
Let's if you want a edge rusher guy, you want him to kind of look like that. But I hope so. I hope so because I did have him high, and you're 100% right. I was high on because I believe in those Louisiana. I think those are the. I'm sorry. I'll continue saying it. There ain't better. There are no more better. I know that was a terrible way of saying it. The best football players come out of Louisiana. Period.
Yeah, man.
Per capita. Right now, it ain't. Louisiana ain't the size of Texas or Florida, right? But for what they spit out, bro, some dogs, bro. Louisiana animals, bro, for sure.
Well, when he's looking like the next Max Crosby, you heard it first on
Oh,
this
Max
show.
Crosby. Oh my! I'm glad they don't know who that is, Dave. I am so glad they don't know who that is.
Oh,
Oh,
but hey, I'm really sorry for interrupting you. I should be a better
no,
host,
you
but
good. You
Buddy's
good.
getting
No,
us
no,
back
you
on
good.
track.
You
Secondary.
good.
You were trying to talk about the secondary?
Yeah. So, two things, right? So, that new strength and conditioning guy that they got,
Swayze.
Swayze. I don't know what he put in their food, but
Steroids.
he is turns Carter Stoutmeyer. You know how I love Stoutmeyer,
Yes.
bro.
I was
You
hoping
know
you
how I
wouldn't
love
have lost the
Stoutmeyer, bro.
faith yet.
Bro, no, I ain't lost the faith. I have not,
Yes.
bro. You know how I love Stoutmeyer, but my man out there looking like he a pro wrestler, bro. Hey, but I'm like,
Like
I
a
could not,
linebacker? Like a
bro. Yeah, I
linebacker?
couldn't
Yeah.
believe the transformation that he made because he's naturally big, and you can tell he's a
Yeah.
naturally big guy, right? So, and I think he probably has more problems with keeping his weight down than getting his weight up. But, bro, dude, I'm like, I just hope he can still run. Because I had a prediction. I said that Carter Stoutmire, this time when he ends his tenure at Colorado, he'll be a first round draft pick. I am backing off of that a little bit because they moved him to safety, and we know premium positions in the NFL in the draft, right? If you're gonna be a first round draft pick at
Right.
safety, that means you're like one of the best in a few years, right? So them the Cal Hamilton types, the old boy from Georgia, Mikael Starks type, right? That it's them.
Hmm.
So since he got moved to safety, I'm probably gonna back off of that a little bit, but I still got high hopes for him, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Now, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He's solid.
Hey, bro, he's solid. And I thought when he came in for Shiloh last season, when they played Shiloh back in, they went the wrong direction.
Looking
I
back,
mean,
I
I
know
ain't saying that. I'm not saying that to knock Shiloh. I'm saying that to up Carter.
Yes. I still think
I
he's
know
one of
you.
the
Okay, I get it. I see it in your face, brother. You don't like it. That's cool. You
No,
don't
no,
like
no,
it.
no, no, no. Because I'm trying to remember because I was flip-flopping like from week to week on like how I felt about the safeties last season, man. So I'm just trying to think about where I landed, and I can't even remember. I
Right,
don't
which
think
is
we
fine.
had much of a difference between Shiloh and Carter. But all that to say, I think Shiloh was a good college safety.
Okay.
He wasn't
Yeah.
trash and he wasn't elite. I think he
I
was
mean,
good.
hey, he's currently vying for an NFL roster spot, so clearly
Yeah,
that says that he was good.
he was good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What you looking for?
Nah, man. I'm trying to keep this thing from going too dark side over
Yeah,
here.
I'm like, what
I
you
was
looking
gonna make some other comments, but if y'all follow the show, y'all know what I was gonna say, man. It's all good.
for?
It's all good. But yeah, Carter, I'm still standing on it this year, Rawhide. All conference safety first or second team. Doesn't matter, dude. Give me
I think
second.
that's hands down, bro. I don't even think bro. That's nothing.
Yes.
That's nothing, bro. I ain't worried. That's nothing, bro. Yes, he's going to be that, brother, for sure.
Yes,
Did,
dude. Let's go. Let's go.
did he make any preseason? He probably didn't. I get he didn't. But
No,
did he make any preseason list?
I don't
Okay.
think so, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
bro.
now let's talk about DJ McKinney too.
Oh Lord.
I know that there's been some conversation about him over on your channel as
Oh my
well. But,
God. I can't figure him out, bro. Is he good or is he not? I don't know.
well, I think he was pretty good for us last year. I don't know, like what's the measuring stick that we're using? Like, are we expecting perfection out of the DBs?
I don't really have a stance on it one way or the other, right? I know that I think didn't he was he the is PFF great, and you could take that with a grain of salt, right?
Yeah,
He had 75.3 coverage
that's
grade, which is good,
yeah,
right?
that's good.
So,
That's solid.
but I hear so many people. I hear it's like you. He's like you either love him or you don't. It's like there's no in between, and I can't figure that out, brother. I had to lean on you for that one.
Man, I guess I'm the wrong guy to ask because I I think he's probably our most proven guy that we got in the room, right?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Neckbone. My Discord's going to be opening up this week. So y'all go ahead, take advantage of that membership. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, I've had the Broncos one going here for like 6 months or so. It's been great. Now I'm going to have the Buffs Discord going, man. It's going to be just as great. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. And if you are a content creator, you get in there for free. So it
Shout
helps.
out.
Yeah. Yeah, it helps encourage collaborations with everybody.
Mhm.
It's fun. So
Right.
if you guys want in, let me know. But yeah, man, I think DJ McKinney should be good. Preston Hodge, I'm glad we get him for an extra year. Really, the biggest question is who's going to be these other guys. Teion Parks from Illinois State, RJ Johnson coming back for his second year with the team. And I know I'm forgetting some other guys. Noah King, he's this true freshman that already transferred from Kansas State, number 20. He was a
Mhm.
4-star guy, early enrollee over there. But yeah, like keep an eye out for him because, again, to me, it just seems like a big question mark on kind of where we go after our veteran players. But the other guy that I really like right now, and I just feel like he's just making plays. He's a little small. He's a little small, Rawhide, but I think he plays a little bit larger than his size. Wyoming transfer Tyrekus Davis, who actually
I know
played
you was gonna
JUCO
say
ball.
him.
Yeah, with Preston Hodge. What do you feel like the rest of the cornerback room shakes out at?
I I think that's I don't know, bro. Be straight up with you. I think that's probably one of my biggest question marks about it. I mean, like we just previously talked about DJ McKinney. I don't have a stance on it one way or the other. I just tell you about what I hear, right? And it's like I would much rather hear middle of the road, just everybody kind of
Mhm.
instead of those swinging, you know what I'm saying, those swinging takes. So he could be good, he could be great, or whatever the case may be. At corner, I am scratching my head about corner though. I just don't know
Okay.
how it's going to work out. What about you? I have nothing for you on that. I see the guys. I did a deep dive. I'm watching the practices and all that, and sometimes I see them get cooked. But I didn't even have time. I mean, when I did the deep, I'm white. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
So, and I don't, which doesn't mean that it's going to be bad, right? Because they only show you, right? Let's be honest about it, right? Well off, it only shows you, right, good, what I'm saying, good plays for the most part. Don't show you a lot of bad. So
They're wanting to show the offense, man. Let's be
right,
for the most
exactly. So it's hard to have a horrible, I mean, I'm sorry. It's hard to have a take on that because it could be horrible, right? So, but if the defensive line is what we think it should be, it helps everything.
Yes.
It helps everything. So, yeah, I'd have to lean on you with that, with the secondary. My safeties, I know who I like there, but as far as those DBs, man, They make me scratch my head, and I can't really listen to y'all. Oh, when I say y'all, not you, I'm just saying the fan base. I can't really because they just have these swinging. It just so that takes is so different.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm super biased, but I try and see, try and calm myself down from time to time,
Well,
man.
who do you think the starting corner is going to be?
I think if it were up to me, well, no. You're asking who do I think they'll be? Based on what DMVR and Neely were teasing the other day, I think the top three, it's going to be Preston Hodge on the outside, opposite of DJ McKinney, with Tyrekus Davis playing the slot.
Oh, okay. And I
But
think that's probably the best. I think that's probably who it should be.
yeah, but I mean, I know Alpha brought this up. There's some other people, but yeah, it's like some of these guys like DJ and uh, they've been kind of rotating with the first and second teams too. So I'm not really sure what that means. All I can go off of is the play that we saw from them last year, and I think that we got good play from both Preston Hodge and DJ McKinney. Don't mistake that for perfect play. No, everybody
No,
gets
no, no,
burned
no.
in
Of
college
course not.
football,
Of
but we
course not.
got
Of
good
course not.
play from them last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
so I think maybe some of the frustration is that DJ obviously has the physical attributes that you want out of an NFL corner, and maybe some
Mhm.
of the PFF having him in the mock draft or the first round, maybe some of that is projecting a little bit with more of his development. But yeah, I think like people are just outraged. There are people who are going to be hyped up about that, and then there's just people who are going to be outraged about it. But
Yeah.
he's an NFL prototype type of guy. And yeah, I hope he can put together a really solid year this year, man. So he can go and get drafted high.
Yeah.
What?
I give you that. I think the Preston Hart and DJ McKinney. I think that's not a question. I guess we're referring to I'm saying your third cornerback and the people behind them for the most part. So I don't know. We'll just see how it looks and plays out. I honestly, bro, this is the first year. Again, I mentioned it earlier. I ain't really worried about the defense. To be honest with you.
Dude, isn't that yeah, man, it's nice.
Bro,
And
I'm not really worried about it. I'm just not. I think the defense is going to be solid, brother. I think it's going to be solid.
we didn't even talk about linebackers or Tafik Bayard with the safety group, but I think Bayard's going to be a fine safety replacement there for Cam and Silman Craig. And then the linebackers, Reggie Hughes, he was all conference there at Jacksonville State last year. Martavius French, I think he'll probably be the second guy starting alongside Reggie Hughes, a UTSA guy. But then they also got Kylan Salter, Caden Salter's little brother. It seems like he has worked his way up the depth chart since coming in, and I think he's probably that first inside linebacker off the bench with those two. So I again, it's kind of tough to tell in practice, but I like to think that these linebackers are faster than what we've had.
Okay. Okay. Which is good. Again, it's a defensive line. I know I keep harping on that, but
Yeah.
it is imperative. Ask Philadelphia Eagles. But anyway, if that defensive line is what we think is going to be, everything's going to look better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything. Right? Nothing's a question at that point. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that, man. I appreciate it because you can put me on game on that on a couple of those guys. I was wondering about. So you put me on game. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, how could we go a show with, I mean, we were begging Coach Prime to hire both of us to coach special teams 2 years ago. And I think we saw a nice improvement last year, but still, I think they might have cost us a game or two last year,
Yeah.
That we let them in and back in the games like Kansas State, Baylor, because we couldn't kick touchbacks. I think we've solved that with Buck Buchanan. I don't know if you saw this in the spring game. He hit like a 60-yarder, man.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your thoughts right now with special teams? Any idea of who you would like to see take returns? Kicker by
Well, I mean,
committee?
I don't even think that's a question about who I would like to see to take returns. We want DeKalen Taylor taking returns, right?
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't even get. I think that I I am good with that. So that's been solved as far as the kicking game goes. I don't know. I guess it's another thing. We gotta wait to game time to really get a good assessment on that because it's weird that they don't really show any of that. But so we'll wait till the season starts. But yeah, I think that special teams can play gonna be okay. What they named Pollock took that job.
Yeah, Michael Pollock.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah. So I think they're gonna be fine on that. Your favorite player, Mata, he's still there. And
yeah. I'm on the Mata train this year. I would love to see him go all Big 12 this year. That
what
was one of my hot
happened?
takes last year. Remember that?
What happened? How did you get on that? What happened? What did you? Huh?
I don't know, man. I must have been doing it for the clicks or the laughs or something, man. Right? It couldn't have been serious, right?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, come on. Listen, man. Mata's good at what he's asked to do.
hmm
He's good at what he's asked to do, and that's all you
Now,
can ask for, man.
now it seems like, man, Mata's the only guy not working with Coach Swayze. What's up with that?
I could say something on that, but it would not be appropriate. So I'm just gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go. He just will. Hey, he will not. He will not do anything about it. This is the third year. Why won't he do anything about it, Dave?
Dude, man, I don't know, man. I think that, if you're asking me my real opinion, I just got to go dark side Dave. Just Coach Prime favoritism, right? It's just Coach Prime isn't applying enough pressure to get him in shape. That's the dark side Dave answer.
Well, I get it, bro. I know a lot of people probably hear that. They like, well, he's a kicker. What you
Yeah.
want for him? Yeah, I get that, but yeah, brother. I heard that he has been working on leg strength. Um, but what I'm saying, when you start doing that, then you start messing with accuracy.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
So
we can trust him from 45 in,
yeah,
man.
just leave well enough alone, brother.
Yeah, and then for those long ones, we can bring Buchanan in. He'll give you a 50-50 shot, I think, from 50 and beyond. That's like what his career percentage is, which is much better than what I feel Mata's percentage would be from 50 and
Yeah,
beyond. So I'll
yeah,
take 50-50. And if
yeah,
you're kicking touchbacks 80% of the time, 100% of the time at home, man, I
yeah,
ain't going to be upset, man. I'm not going to be
yeah,
upset with the kicking game at all, man.
yeah. You're right. You're right. No, you're right about that. You're right
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to the big elephant in the room here.
Oh,
Ah, man, we're probably gonna upset some people. Why? Rod, can you tell me, man, why are people so obsessed every season, man, with predictions? Why are people so obsessed with them?
I
Why do
was
people
wondering
care
were you gonna
so
do
much
this.
about freaking
I was
predictions?
cro- I was crossing my fingers. I hope Dave does not ask me a record prediction. Oh,
Well,
but
then,
since,
man, you don't gotta give one. You don't gotta give one. I'm
no,
not.
I'll give you a semi-record prediction. Did you want me to go ahead and go, or did you want to go first?
Dude, I'll go first, man.
Okay.
Um, every single year, and this was like, man, after really, I guess ever since I was at school at CU, I'm just looking for ways. Like, man, I can see 6-6. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, like I can just see 6-6. We go like 5-7, 5-7, 4-3. 4-8, whatever. But every single season, I'm just 6-6. Now with Coach Prime, dude, every single season, dude, I just see coming into it is 8-4. So this is my third year going 8-4, baby. Like, but man, I don't care, man. It's the Big 12. We saw Arizona State surprise everybody and win it last year. I think that all of these teams are fairly close in ability, maybe give or take a couple of them. And so, who's to say Colorado can't win a bunch of these games and win the conference? Who's to
Hmm.
say? I still think the floor for this team, absolute worst case, is bowl eligibility. But I like again, we're a more physical team, a more balanced team. We don't have any side quests this year. Who's to say we can't be a better team? But there's just still, even though we got, I think, better talent at some places, it's kind of like unproven. So that's how I always find myself just going back to 8-4, man, every single year.
Okay. I think you was on my show. You heard me talk about William Garner. Shout out William Garner
Yeah.
and Adam Mustard. They do a great job. So, and I respect William. Okay, respect him a lot. Okay, I think he is a level-headed fan, right? And he covers the team.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I don't mean. I hate. I'm going to be a little long-winded here. So, how I interpret record predictions, right? So, if a person tells me, like you just told me, you say they can win 8 games, right? You think you got to win at 8. So, to me, winning 10 is a possibility. If you got them predicted to win 8, winning 10 is a possibility. And I heard Williams say, and it kind of took me back. He said they should win 10 games. When I hear a person give a 10-game record prediction, you, what I hear you saying, they can be undefeated. I hear
Yeah.
that. You
If
see
they
what I'm
get
saying?
some lucky breaks, yeah.
Yeah. 10 wins is, bro. That's you think they can be undefeated. So when I hear it or give record predictions, right, I try to keep things in the perspective, so I get it right to 8 because you can also fall on the backside 6, right, 7. So I'll say this: I think they got 5. If I'm a betting man, so I would bet that there are 5 games I think they're going to win, and that's Delaware, Houston, Wyoming, Utah, and Arizona. I think they're going to win those 5 games.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Now, if I had to bet losses, I would say Georgia Tech, BYU, Iowa State, Kansas State. Why?
Okay.
Because those teams there play a more physical brand of football. And we've seen in the past that typically teams that play that brand of football, they tend to have problems with, right? They beat Baylor,
Right.
on a Hail Mary. The game was close because it was a physical brand of football. Now, which I'm not saying that they can't do that. I'm just going on, history, it gives you an idea of what you can predict for the future. So if I had to pick losses, I'd pick those games. But then there's the toss-up games. I think TCU, West Virginia, Arizona State are toss-up games.
Okay.
Arizona State, we got to call a spade a spade. They got a hell of a coach. You got to get the dude credit, bro.
Yeah.
You
I still think
got to
that
have
they're
it,
the
bro.
favorite to win the conference.
Do you?
Yeah. So I would put
Oh,
them in that group of like probably gonna go in as like pretty big dogs, I think, like right now.
hmm
Yeah. But I'm not worried about Utah. We bitch slapped them last year.
yeah, of course. I keep telling you about you. I keep telling you all about
Yeah.
Utah.
Yeah.
So I think those are toss-up games. If they won 9 or 10 games, would I be surprised? Absolutely not. Because I think for the most part, the top of the Big 12 and the bottom of the Big 12, I don't think it's just that big of a difference between
Right.
teams.
Yeah.
I just don't believe it at all. So, yeah, 9 games, I could see him winning 9 games. But when you have close like that, you also could get bad luck.
I'm sorry, man. I just had to laugh at this.
Yeah, what I'm saying? You also can have bad luck and the pendulum swings the other way, right? So you can end up with 6. You could end up with 5 when
Yeah.
everybody's close together. But yeah, staying on the positive side, I don't know, bro. Again, I appreciate you giving me the leeway not to give you a number,
Yeah.
but
Give me a range.
yeah, I would say I'd probably be 6 to 8 wins, bro. 6 to 8. Yeah, 6 to 8. If they won 10 games, I would be surprised because that means Caden Stoller played well, extremely well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Dude.
And but yeah, 6 to 8 games, I
I
would
think
say.
that's totally fair, man. I think
Yeah.
the biggest thing for me, regardless of the record, dude, can we please win a damn bowl game this year? Freaking finally. Peggy's on her last leg. We got her on life support at this point, man. She's just trying to see us win a freaking bowl game, man. Dude, I spent like freaking, what was it? like $600-700, dude, to go to the Alamo Bowl here in town, man. And then you see Ralphie Six just come out there, just stand there, and that's how we played, man. We stand there. It was just such an embarrassment, man. We
Yeah.
gotta win a bowl game, man. I don't care which game it is. I do not care. I don't care what our record is. I'm going to care so much about that bowl game. I hated
Really?
everybody saying, man, Dave, it's just a bowl game. Who cares? Who cares? I do. I do. It was so embarrassing. Like the BYU fans next to us at the game, man, they felt sorry for us, but they're like, hey, man, it's just a bowl game. Like, we win these all the time. They're like, when was the last time you guys won? I'm like, freaking before YouTube existed. And they're like,
Mhm.
oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get that. I get that, bro. You gave that university blood, sweat, tears, and money. So I get it, bro. I get it. But I can tell you this. I'm I'm good. I'm happy with a 10-2 season with a bowl loss. More so a 6-6 with a bowl win.
Because I'll tell you what, if we go 10-2 with a bowl loss, it means we're losing to like Texas or somebody like that. I can handle that. Because that means we're in the college football playoff. If we win 10 games, I think so. Because I think there will be some cannibalization in the Big 12, as there, always
Mhm.
is. But yeah, like I want some hardware. I want some hardware for the team, man. That's really what I want. But I think, man, this is going to be a really exciting year because it's a new era, changing of the guard. I think we got a lot of talented players, but less experienced at some positions. It's going to be fun to see who establishes themselves as kind of these team stars for the next era, man. I can't wait. Now, Rod, you got a little bit to where I can ask you some questions about just greater college football.
Yeah, what's up?
First, let me get to the super chat. Kenobi sent you $10. He said 10 wins, book it.
Shout out.
Dude,
Shout
let's
out.
go.
Appreciate it.
Dude, I'm all for the hype, man. I'm all for
Mm,
the hype. Let's have fun. It's
mhm,
not fun if you just think your team's gonna, craft the bed, every
mhm.
season. I understand how that is. There's a lot more reasons to believe and to have fun. But um, what do you think right now about the teams that are who would you say are the top contenders this year to win the national championship? Do you agree with Texas being number one? Um, it's kind of a pretty interesting year from what we saw last year. Like Ohio State, they lost a lot of guys. Yeah, so forth. I'm curious what you think.
Uh, yeah, I think Texas should be number one. Um, and as far as the playoffs go, because let's be honest about it, Texas got a multi-million-dollar roster.
Yes.
Oh boy, has recruited well. Honestly, if he doesn't get to the championship game, it's an indictment on the head coach, bro. Alabama has taken a step back. I don't know if you've heard me say I think Alabama is not the Alabama. Oh, I don't know if their head coach is the guy for the job.
Yeah, what do you
And
make of Nick Saban like getting more involved again, like with recruiting and
I think their head coach don't like it.
yeah.
Yeah. Because you'll never get because long as he keep putting his mouth in it, you'll never get past the nostalgia of Nick Saban, bro.
You can't establish your own culture.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get why he took the job. I mean, they paid him umpteen millions of dollars, right? So
Mhm.
uh so I get it, but I am not an Alabama believer. Georgia, I think they're gonna be a sleeper. I think they're gonna shock some people because I think people are thinking they're going to take a step back, but no, I think they're going to be great again. Ohio State, they're going to be Ohio State. The question, I guess, all in all, because you asked me about the contenders, I think it's pretty much the same people with a caveat on Penn State. If he doesn't do it this year, you need to
It
have
ain't
questions
ever
about,
gonna happen,
yeah,
dude.
you're going to have questions about what you're going to do with him, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, Franklin is a great head coach, brother. Great head coach. Granted, he ended up playing in the conference where he played against Michigan and Ohio State. It's just levels to it. But this season, Michigan has taken a step back, so all you got to contend with is Ohio State, and you should be able to beat them this year. You got a first round draft pick. People are talking about Drew Aller top 5. Is it Drew Aller? Yeah,
Yeah.
top 5, bro.
I don't know, man. It looks more like a 5th round pick to me based on how the draft went this year. But
Well,
yeah,
clearly we all was wrong on that one, right?
oh
Yeah,
man. Yeah, I've never taken an L so big.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, with Penn State in Texas, I think it's fine that they're number 1. Ohio State has a first-time starter. Oregon, they're going to have essentially like a first-time starter. Um, there are some other teams that are, I think, like hot names, right? South Carolina, maybe they could be a surprise this year. But yeah, with Penn State bringing back what they've brought, yeah, even Notre Dame, they got is it Lloyd Carr's grandson they got starting at quarterback now? I think he's a first-time
Yeah,
starter.
I think they just announced it today, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, they just announced it today. I can't think off the top of my head. I have to look it up to see dude's name, but yeah, they just announced it today, brother.
And then like Oklahoma, I'm not really, Oklahoma, but they,
Oh, Oklahoma. Whoa. Let me speak on that because Bishop and again Hall of Fame. I would not be surprised if Oklahoma just win 3 games. Dead serious, bro. Dead serious, bro.
Man, Venables is toast then, man.
I
Venables
don't
is
think
toast.
I don't think he's a good head coach. I
Nah.
think and I know they would ask me, well, where do you get that from? I guess I get it from how that team has performed. Because you came into this conference, right? And I get it, right? Your quarterback, your offensive play was bad. I get that. But you can't tell me a top of the pyramid school can't perform better than what they put on the field. And see, when we talk about national championship contention, it's not about the quarterback, bro. Has not quarterback don't make that decision. It's about the team. If you are at the top of the pyramid, you get bad quarterback play, bro, you should be winning 8 and 9 games still. Great quarterback play helps you. Only thing great quarterback do for those teams is help you beat them. But everything else on the team, you should be able to beat everybody else. You follow what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Texas should have a hard time with Ohio State. If Texas ain't got a quarterback, they play Ohio State, they should lose that game. But still, Texas should beat Ole Miss. Texas should beat, you know what I'm saying? Who I got? Mississippi State, right? Because those teams, their greatness is not predicated just on the quarterback position.
Right.
So my thing with him is I just don't think he's a good. I think he's a great coordinator. He's kind of like my man who used to be for New England Patriots, their quarterback, McDaniel.
Yeah.
He's a great coordinator, but he can't coach a team to save his life.
That's fair. That's fair.
And let's be honest about it. You was top of the pyramid. You won those few games in the Big 12. Them wasn't your peers. Those teams was not your peers. Your peers are the Texas, LSU, Alabama,
Texas.
Georgia. You see what I'm saying? Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan. Them your peers.
Right.
Anyway, my bad. I could go on and on about that.
Man, I love it. I'll have to clip that one. Now, our code Kane. This is a great one. Where do you got Miami this year? And Carson Beck. The Carson Beck led Miami Hurricanes.
All right, see, this is another one right here. Here we go again. This is another one. Miami Hurricanes. There was absolutely no reason for y'all not to make the playoffs, but you didn't make the playoffs. So the question is, what's the problem? Sound like to me you got a head coaching problem. That's what it sounds like to me. You got a head coaching problem. So are you all going to win a lot of games? Absolutely. You're Miami. Y'all been recruiting well. So you'll probably get 9 to 10 wins like Stretch just mentioned. But I don't see y'all making a dent of doing anything in the postseason. You want in and out. You're in and out. You know, because I would figure if they get 10, Clemson make playoffs from the ACC, and then you get Miami, and
Yeah,
then and you good.
yeah. Florida State, I'm not expecting
Yeah, I ain't expecting that either. We'll
much.
see what they look like against Alabama the first game of the
Yeah,
season. Mhm.
yeah. I don't think it's gonna go great.
No, I don't.
Okay, is Carson Beck any better than DJU? What do you think? I just
Yeah,
think
I think he.
they saw the mistake the Seminoles made with DJU, and then they go out and sign Carson Beck, man.
Yeah, I think Carson Beck's better than DJU. I think I think Carson Beck played uh, inconsistent football because he could look terrible in the first half and come back and look like a champion in the second half. His consistency was extremely off. So I think Miami's okay with Carson Beck. I mean, think about it. Miami. There's only a few teams that they have to worry about. I don't have Miami's schedule in front of me. But again, I'm a talent, the Jimmy and Joe guy. The amount of talent that they got and the teams that they play in that conference, they should not be having problems. And Carson, it should make it easier for Carson Beck.
All right, chalk Miami up for 10 wins. It's decided.
Yeah, they'll probably get 10.
I keep avoiding this question, but yeah, what did we give Coach Prime at the end of last season? I can't
Okay,
even remember if we did a
I
stream.
gave him an A plus. First season, I gave him an A plus. Second season, I don't know how you can't give him an A. How is he not an A?
Yeah,
It's just leaving
I
that
give
look.
him an A minus last year.
What?
Yeah, A minus because we got dog walked in the bowl game. I was embarrassed. All these fans spent all this money, dude, and Ralphie Six came out there, just cursed us before the game, dude. Man, I'm still not over that. And if we do not win a bowl game this year, I've said this raw. It has nothing to do with coaching. It has nothing to do with the players. It has everything to do with Ralphie Six. You gotta eat her. You gotta eat her. She's cursed this program until proven otherwise, man. She was an embarrassment on live television for us in the Alamo Bowl, man. Absolutely hated it. Yeah, I give Coach Prime A minus.
All right, Dave. I just can't. Dave, that's no. I get it though. The bowl guy. I get it, bro. You know me. I'm not a bowl type of guy.
Yeah.
But bro, the players don't. How can you act or expect anything from a bowl game when the players don't even play?
That's what the money's for. Going out and winning the freaking bowl game. That's what the money's for.
Bro,
Yeah.
bro, you had the Heisman going on. You got people making moves. You got it's so many distractions at the time of the year, brother. After the season's though, come on, Dave. And you playing a conference opponent. Why? What's the hype in to go play BYU? What was the hype for Colorado to go play BYU last year?
They're both good teams. We wanted to see them play in the regular season.
Dang, I can't fault him for that. I just
Man,
can't.
Coach Mike giving a Prime an F the first year, man.
He just talking. He just talking.
Man, C plus. Man, you guys have impossible standards, guys.
Bro, do you see what I have to deal with? That's what I got to deal with all the time.
Oh my gosh, no wonder you go private on all your streams. Well, you don't have any players' parents getting up all on your streams.
Yeah,
Right?
bro.
Yeah,
It's crazy,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. Parents of players who don't play, who never play, who never see the field. How about that? Man, there was something else I was gonna say. Oh, if you want to be happy watching your teams, I think it's great advice, and I think some blue blood programs could benefit from this too. I know this is kind of a hot take.
Mm-hmm.
Lower your standards.
Yeah,
You're gonna be happier.
you will be. Yeah, or at least live in the realm of reality. Yeah,
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 man.
yeah. I think, man, Prime, bro. Prime is. You got to call it like I've had some issues before, but overall, man. I mean, in the end of the day, bro, it's AA plus. I mean, for the performance, you got to think about it. He took a 1-11 team, took them the next season 1-4, had a great start of the season.
Yeah.
He produced a Heisman Trophy winning player and won 9 games the following season. So within 2 years, he gave you a Heisman Trophy candidate and a 9-win season from a team that had what, one winning record since '05, '04. What was it?
Well, our last winning
16.
record was since 2016. We
Yeah,
went
so that was 16. That was the
yeah,
one. But
yeah,
I think the last one was the '04, '05 or something like that. I
yeah.
just you no matter how much I may disagree with some of the things he do, but bro, he's been successful, man. He's been successful.
Yeah, fuck it. You sold me. A plus, Coach Prime for
Yeah, bro, it's A plus,
2024. Yeah,
brother. I
man,
mean,
we got a Heisman guy, and you know, last year, man,
Heisman,
looking back,
baby.
we had some side quests. We had some side quests with how we were trying to win football games, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't even. Yeah, I just.
You want to call it daddy ball? You can, but
Yeah,
just call it side quest, man. Want to win with a certain style. That's what you've always said,
exactly.
Rod.
Yeah,
Promote the program, man.
exactly, bro. And two, if we weren't intimately in this and on the outside looking in, you couldn't. You'd say he's coach of the. Well, the problem was the Arizona State guy, but if you remove the Arizona State head coach, you would say he's a coach of the year guy.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. If Coach Prime won Coach of the Year, man, they would have stormed the Capitol again, man.
Oh my God,
It
please.
would have happened.
But yeah, I'm just saying, but yeah, I mean, you got to give it to the Arizona State coach. Why? Because they were predicted to finish last and they went to the playoffs.
Hmm.
And I don't think people really understand that. But
Man, I got to be honest. I know that I guess we're kind of developing like a friendly rivalry with Arizona State, man, but they're real easy to root for, man. If it's not going to be the Buffs, man, I'm going to be rooting for the Forks. I like their team, man. I like what they got going on. Kanye Udo, I think, is going to be a great running back for them. And I mean, how can you not love what Kenny Dillingham's doing with another poverty program before he arrived?
it was, brother. And they
Yeah,
got a little history, though. I mean, if you go way back, it's kind of, man, it's kind of sad how some of those teams on the West Coast they just kind of like gave up.
yeah. They had
I kind of
Jake
feel like
Plummer, man. Jake Plummer, Jake the
they
Snake.
did. They did. Oh, here we go with a Alabama fan. I'm just saying. Yeah, so I think he did a tremendous job. I think Prime did a tremendous job. I think the Big 12, uh, I think it's going to have a lot of competitive games. I think you're going to see some upsets that what we call upsets is not really upsets. I just think I think people are very close.
Oh yeah. Man, I was gonna say something else about the Big 12. Oh, BYU. So the one thing that I think, man, I think we beat BYU. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout, but I think it happens. They got a quarterback, true freshman, wearing number 47, man. We can't lose to a quarterback wearing number 47.
They lost. Didn't they lose their main quarterback?
Yeah, yeah, he transferred out due
Hmm.
to some, I guess they were faulty, SA allegations or whatever, but I guess because he was still doing it, he should have just been soaking because I don't think he would have gotten thrown off the team if he was soaking.
You
Yeah.
don't think?
I
You
don't
don't
think
think he
they
would
would
have
have
got up?
thrown him off the team. Yeah, but anyways, I think he's at Tulane now. I don't even know if he's eligible for this year. But
Oh,
anyways, they're starting number 47, dude. We cannot lose to a quarterback with 47 as his number.
man, is he not going to change that number?
I don't think so, man. They showed him, with his height videos, man, wearing 47. Now,
Yeah,
again, this isn't the deepest college football analysis, but what my gut is telling me is you can't lose to a quarterback wearing that number.
yeah. I'm with you on that, brother. I actually agree with you on that. I actually agree with you on that. So I am not against it. So hey, if they beat BYU, hey, we got that. Hey, that you ticking closer to 10.
Yeah, if I don't care if their quarterback is wearing number 1 or 47. If we beat BYU, man, I'm gonna be saying that's a quality win right there.
Mhm.
Absolutely, because 'Cause we're still going
Facts.
into their house.
Is that where the game's at? Is there in
I think it is in
BYU?
Provo, man. Let me check.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It'd be interesting. It'll be. I think it's gonna be. I think
Oh,
the
no, it's
schedule.
at home. We're definitely
Okay.
winning.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
definitely
Then.
winning.
Yeah. I think the season's gonna be interesting. I think the schedule's a little bit harder than last season,
Yes, I would agree
and
with
so I think it's gonna be interesting to see. We don't know. Again, we don't know what uh, some of these schools gonna be like. Iowa State. You know, I'm still scratching my head about them. Have you heard? Did you go on one of their podcasts? Did you do a show with an Iowa State guy?
No, I did a show with the Oklahoma State guy.
Oh, Oklahoma State guy. Okay then.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was hilarious because he's like, "Man, we got no quarterbacks." I'm like, "Man, I went through years of that. I totally understand how it goes." He's like, "Yeah, man, it's not going to be good. My Gundy's going to get fired after all this, and it's going to totally taint his legacy." I'm like, "Man, that kind of sucks for them,
Do
man."
you think Oklahoma State quit last year? I feel like they quit.
Dude, I would have quit if I was on that team.
Yeah, I think they quit.
Yeah.
I really do.
Ra, have you ever been on a bad team? Like like in youth sports? I've been
No.
on some bad oh, dude, let me tell you. I played high school baseball my freshman year, and like this is what killed like any enjoyment I had out of baseball. Y'all know how much I hate baseball now. But we had like this ex-army coach dude running us more than the track team. We were playing into the summer. Dude, we would throw games just so we didn't advance in the tournament so we could go home earlier. Like, you know, when Josh Shapiro went in to pitch in relief, man, we knew we were going home early. Like we were all so happy. Like, man, when
Uh,
you're just getting destroyed, man, you want to go home.
oh.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Absolutely. So I understand what those teams go through.
look. I don't mean to change the subject, but we didn't touch on something that I needed to ask you about. Talk to me about Zach Atkins, tight end, 6'4", 240.
Oh, dude, we didn't even talk about the tight end.
No, no.
Zach Atkins. So I was on Bill Carroll. I've had him on the show a couple times. He's runs College Football Focus podcast, HBCU Draft Scout, but covers all of college football. So we were talking about Zach Atkins. I like him. Now I think he has like 30 career receptions coming up from Northwest Missouri State.
Hmm.
Talking with him, this is not the traditional Northwest Missouri State that you would have thought of from like 10 years ago or 15 years ago when they were winning like every single D2 national championship.
Hmm.
Basically, they've been a terrible program after their coach retired a few years ago. So he's athletic. He can get downfield, he can block, and he can run downfield and catch passes. Again, the standard that I want for our tight end group right now, it's not super high. Like, I'm not comparing it to do we have an Omari Miller type of guy at the tight end position. Zach Atkins
Hmm.
isn't that guy. But this guy's like a real college football tight end. Like, he's going to be able to do both. Again, only 30 receptions, I think, throughout his career there. But Division II quarterback play on a bad Division II team, I'm just going to chalk it up to that.
Okay. Yeah, I've been hearing a whole lot of good things about him. Yeah, and like you said, 37, 360 yards, 4 touchdowns across 3 seasons. But yeah, he got the size, 6'4", 240, if those
Mhm.
numbers are correct. And I guess the biggest question is, are they going to play a tight end? Are they going to play 11 personnel?
I think we'll see more of that than we saw this past year, because I really like Sincere Brown. I think he'll start alongside Omari Miller. Of course, Traylon is going to get work. And I do like JoJo Williams, number 8. Like, you do have a solid 4, but right now I wouldn't put this 4 up against last year's 4 and say you got to have those 4 on the field just as much as last
Hmm.
year's. I don't think you got to do that.
Okay. And I know you got to go, but last thing, you ain't even got to comment on it. So when I did my deep dive, I'm watching, bro. Stop look good, bro. Now I know it don't mean anything, right? It don't mean anything as far as playing, bro. Staub looks good, bro. Okay, all right, okay, okay,
Dude,
okay,
dude, it's great, man.
okay.
I'm here for the stop agenda over Man, Ra, I've been getting, shout out to everybody in the comments. This is the time to just hype your guy, regardless of where they're at on the depth chart. Like, we need stuff to debate and talk
Yeah.
about at this point. So, no hate. No hate.
I'm just saying the
But
little
I
bit
might
that
hate
I
a little
see.
bit. I might hate a little bit. I've been getting
No, I
comments on
got you. I got you.
no, I've been getting comments on how are we going to keep Dominique Ponder from transferring out?
Yeah. Okay. I ain't saying, bro. First off, I don't think that's equivalent comparison to what I'm saying. Okay. Hold on, bro. I'm watching. I'm just saying I'm watching, bro. I'm not biased, right? I get it. You see, I know KD. You see what he did, bro. I'm not biased. I'm just talking about. I'm watching for players play. Obviously he's not gonna start. He's not gonna be the second string. I know all that. I'm just telling you when I'm watching and I see him, man, he got some zip on the ball. He gets the ball out on time.
Yeah.
The few times I've seen him, bro, he looks like he's comfortable in the system. Man. I'm just telling you that, yeah, bro, he looks good.
So if disaster hits, we can
You
still
ain't
say,
you won't skip a beat.
I like this rawhide here, man.
You ain't gonna skip a beat, bro.
Dude, I love it.
Because
You
I
think
think I can tell you this. I think he throw it better than Salter.
oh yeah?
I think he throws it better than Salter, bro. Now, I only got small samples. I think he throws it better than Salter, bro.
You think he's sticking out his career here at CU, or you think he's gonna end up transferring at some point?
Well, if he wants to play, he's gonna have to transfer.
Yeah. I wonder if he just wants to go into coaching.
And that might be the case too. Yeah, it means okay. All that I just said, all that what I guess they would call glazing. I said about stock. It don't mean anything. Let's make sure we're clear. It means nothing as far as in reference to is he going to get on the field.
Right.
But I 100% believe that dude. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all, I know people watch that stuff and they ain't really looking for him, and you looking past him and the other stuff. I would challenge anybody. Go back and watch him. Watch Star play and tell me how you feel about him then. Watch it for him. And then come back. Do me a favor, Dave. Please. Just go watch. Just find a few clips. Watch it for him. And then you text me and say, what you think.
Okay. Okay. We'll need
Yeah.
to do a follow-up. And I just gotta say, man, I love all the Ponder defenders, man, coming into the comments, man. I love it. Dude, who was the guy that we called Baby Cam that was our backup quarterback, man? That should have just transitioned to tight end. But he was from Vanderbilt, quarterback from Vanderbilt, that lefty. Do you remember
Yeah,
his name?
the big tall guy. I
Yeah.
forgot what his name is. I forgot what his name
I wonder
is.
what happened to him, man. I wish we made him a tight end. We still need some tight ends. Now, Matt McChesney's guy, Zane D'Souza, keep an eye out for him, man. He wasn't an early enrollee, but he's already 6'6", like 265. I think he's a great athlete, power forward as well. Number 83. I don't think you'll see him. I think he'll probably redshirt, but I think you could see him get some action towards the end of the year. I like him. And
Okay.
Will Bajor as well, 88. They're both big guys for true freshmen.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll have
Yes,
to keep out and watch him a little bit more.
Walter Taylor. Whatever happened to him? Yeah, he
Yeah.
went somewhere.
He said he is at Ball State now.
Oh, Ball State? Oh, okay. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but we're still gonna see Savell Smalls if you've been wondering about that, man. I
ain't been wondering. I've been seeing it and been hearing him. He got an interview. Look, man. No, look. Fine. Whatever. I have no comment on that. How about that?
Dude.
He blocks.
He blocks, man.
He blocks.
He blocks.
Yeah, he blocks.
Might as well just throw another lineman out there, man. Have you seen Jordan Seaton's shape he got in?
Bro, is he really
320?
320?
No, he went down from 320 to 305 now, I guess.
Oh, really? I thought he was up. Last I heard when I was watching, they said he's not 320. They said he is
Or 315?
I
Maybe
made
I'm
a note
lying.
on it. I made a note on it. Jordan Seaton. Yeah, they said 320. I think is he really 320?
I don't know, dude.
You say he's 305,
I thought he was
but
305. I thought he lost a
well,
bunch of weight.
305 is still up. Remember last year he played at 290, 290, 295.
Yeah. But now he's lost all the fat and he's just a rock.
Yeah,
But
he
it's
transformed his body. You got to give him that. He transformed his body. Yeah, and he needed to add weight because he played he played at under 300 last year.
yeah, yeah. But I think, man, maybe this is crazy, but my expectation is for him to be at the very worst, like, second team All-American.
Yeah, easy. I think so too. I think second team All American. I agree. I
That'd be
agree.
so
I
great.
agree because he had a great showing last season, and people got to understand blocking behind Shedeur is not easy. That ain't an easy task. He holds that ball quite a bit, and for him to perform the way he did, Jordan Seaton, you can't have nothing but great things to say about him. I think what was he 67.2 overall PFF grade,
Yeah.
75.3 pass block, 62 run block. I mean, he only allowed 3 sacks. Again, that ain't easy playing behind Shedeur.
As
That
a
ain't
true
easy.
freshman, man. As a
Yeah,
true freshman.
bro. They wasn't 3-step, plant the foot, let the ball go. They wasn't doing that. They was cooking some dinners back there and then throwing it.
Ra, I gotta ask you about this too, man. I
Oh
just
Lord.
have to. I have to, man. I've been trying to hold out hope, but maybe I shouldn't freak out too much about it, man. But to me, I just think it's crazy that Shedeur's still number 4 on this depth chart in Cleveland, man. Well, what do you make out of it? How the hell is Kenny Pickett still on this roster after not even
Well, he
playing at
probably
all in
won't be.
preseason?
He probably won't be.
Okay.
He probably won't be. But look, I get it. I get it. I get it. You know how I feel about Shedeur. I thought it was a first round draft pick. Obviously, NFL thought differently. But he's a 5th round draft pick. If Denver had drafted a quarterback in the 5th round, he'd be 4th. That's just how it goes. I don't take it as a reflection on him as a talent. I don't think that's what it is. I think what it is, it's a business, right? The NFL is a business. It's not like college and any of that. And depending on where you pick is depending on the investment that they place into the player.
Yeah.
You pick Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round, bro. You invested money in that. He's probably gonna be second out in this particular case. Now, as far as making the team, they said they're gonna carry 4. I hear they're carrying 4, so that's
That would be
good.
insane.
Yeah,
That is just
but it's good though because I guess when I look at it, when I look at it like the Cleveland Browns is looking for their quarterback of the future, meaning that in the next draft, right? Because they traded the second pick to gain an additional 1st round pick. Teams typically don't draft franchise quarterbacks in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. That doesn't mean that you cannot be that. What it means is they've drafted you more of as a backup. So if their thought process, I am looking toward the future to grab my franchise quarterback, right? That means they see you all as potential to be a backup. But if you get lucky and turn to Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson, if you catch that, then your first 2 picks become even extremely more valuable. So I don't necessarily think he's in a bad position. I would much rather him, if they're going to carry 4, I would much rather him make the 53, play spot duty, show well in spot duty, and be the potential backup the next season and or raise his trade value and go to a team like the Rams.
oh, that's what I want, dude. So bad.
That to me, that's the best out for him because it does neither rookie any good to go play and lose. They don't want. That's the worst thing, and especially for a fifth round draft pick, and you know better than me, they don't float. First round draft picks float.
Yes.
Fifth, third, and fifth, they don't float.
You're not gonna
So
get the patience. You gotta go out and perform right away.
right. So if you
Right.
play, you lose, you're gone. So the best thing to do is play spot duty, put some good work on tape. They use you as a trade asset to build around what they want to. You get to a place, and you can be the Kansas, Minnesota. What's his name?
Sam
Quarterback just went to
Darnold?
Seattle. Sam Darnold. You could be Sam Darnold, right? You could be a uh, a man down there in Tampa Bay. I don't know what's wrong with my brain, but
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, right?
Yeah.
So you can be a Baker Mayfield. You could even be my man Wilson at not Wilson, but my man at the Jets. Uh, what is wrong with me today? I don't know what's wrong with me, bro. I
The
apologize, but
man with the Jets, Justin Fields?
Justin Fields, bro. So you can be that. It's amazing. I know they draft order and how they've been traded, but I can't think of their name off the top of my head. That's insane. But yeah, so you can be that, but you just don't want to be. I don't want him to play and lose. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Again, I don't think it's a huge
It's
I
not a
don't think it's a
competition,
detriment
guys.
at
It's not
all
a
if he
competition.
sits. I don't think it's a detriment at all if he sits.
No, it ain't.
Um,
It's not.
but I do feel like there is a divide in the organization. I do think, I know not everybody thinks this, but I do think Andrew Berry is the primary guy back in Shedeur. And I think Kevin Stefanski has had more power in the organization than him. And he was responsible for the Dylan Gabriel pick. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out. But I would die to see Shedeur in a Sean McVay system, man.
Yeah.
And now with Matthew Stafford already hurt, man. I was really praying, man, that they were going to draft him in the mid rounds, man, when he was falling, because I just think, man, he would be fantastic with the Rams.
Yep.
But as you brought it up, man, these quarterbacks, when they leave the Jets, when they leave the Browns, plenty of them have gone on to have, second acts very successful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You just don't want bad tape as a fifth rounder, bro. You just
No.
don't want that. So, and everybody who's pleading and begging and crying and all that, oh shit, First off, guys, I know it's the NFL and it's different, and y'all don't, and maybe a lot of the fan base don't understand that. There's one thing, and I've mentioned this before, and I know, right? It ain't. I'm just trying to tell you how to count the cabbage. The NFL does not like drama. They do not like the Tebow effect. They hate it. Head coaches don't like to go up there and be asked questions about your fifth round draft pick. That's not a conversation they want to have. David, I think you can relate to me, right? I mean, you wouldn't want your Bronco, right?
I mean, Tim Tebow was a
Yeah.
Denver Bronco, man, and the only way we were gonna be okay was by replacing him with somebody like Peyton Manning.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Otherwise, man, the fan base would have been all over the place. But there's still some fans that were like, "Why are we moving off of Tebow for Peyton Manning? Why are we doing it?" But I'll say this,
insane.
man. Yeah. But it's like some of this, it's out of Shedeur's control, because
Right.
I don't necessarily think that he, as an individual, is a distraction. But
No,
he
it's
is such a
fifth
big
round.
star that it's
Yeah,
like
it's the other stuff.
that's
the problem.
That's the problem. That
the
can
problem,
be
bro.
the problem. And
Yeah.
I just want him to be in a situation to where he's supported. Again, I think Andrew Berry has his back. I think Andrew Berry wants him there. But it's an issue, again, when you got the dysfunction that Cleveland has, where the GM and coach aren't on the same page, man.
Yeah, he would be Shedeur best spot is be with a strong organization where you have your quarterback in place, and it's not long before you have to pass the baton, kind of like Jordan Love.
Yeah.
So if he could go somewhere, like the Rams, and play behind that, strong organization, you're not going to hear a whole lot of yelling and crying about, saying, should he play? And the coach ain't got to really deal with that every press conference. And he could just sit there, learn, get used to the NFL system. And when the guy's time up, he can just take the baton and take off. I think that's the best thing for him
Yeah.
as far as for long-term success in the league, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Because the NFL has said what it is, right? No matter how much we think he's a first-round draft pick, he's a fifth-round draft pick. Period.
No, man, I just
Yeah.
ugh, that's for another show, dude. Do you have any money on Travis Hunter winning both offensive and defensive rookie of the year?
I haven't found a bet where I could bet that the
Oh,
same,
that sucks.
and there is no money to be made when you bet them separate.
That
But
sucks.
yeah, but speaking of, since we talking about bet, I like it. So take the Giants to make the playoff plus 710. I got
Oh, it's
Scatterboo.
plus 710 for them to make the playoffs?
Yeah, yeah, it's worth it. That's worth the bet. I got Cam Scat. Unfortunately, Cam Scatterboo is not where I needed to be because he's hurt. But I got him as offensive rookie of the year. It's plus 5,000. It's a couple more bets that I'm going to make, but we had an hour and 40, so I don't want to prolong.
Oh, dude, you're good. I still had to say this. I know I always go longer than because we're just having so much fun, man. We're making
Right.
up for lost time, man. We didn't get together all
Exactly.
off season, so we're here. But Bishop bringing up the New Orleans Saints, dude, man, it is crazy to me that they got a quarterback room right now. Spencer Rattler, Tyler Shook, and Jake Hayner, man. And I don't normally, care about preseason to this level, but I went on my Broncos show yesterday, horsepower hour, and I said, man, we're going to make 6 turnovers on defense against those trash quarterbacks this weekend. That's just how it's going to be, man. But okay, if you're the New Orleans Saints, man, why didn't Kellen Moore? Okay, obviously Shedeur would have been great in New Orleans, but okay, just say you're not going to pick him. How the hell are you taking Tyler Shook over a guy like Jalen Milroe when you've been running with Jalen Hurts the last couple years, man?
Hey, probably because he's like the way Jalen throws the ball. I've been there, done that, so I don't have the things needed for
Man,
him
this
to
guy's
throw
a
it that way.
dummy then. Then this guy's a dummy, dude. This guy just won a Super Bowl. This guy, yeah,
I'm
come
with
on.
you
Now.
though.
He won Super Bowl MVP too?
Yep, he did. He did. I've been defending Jalen Hurts, saying all offseason long. But to go back to your question though, Tyler, there was that Tyler Show from Louisville. They were pumping. I don't know. As soon as the season ended, his stock went through the roof.
Dude, he was so bad. Where was he? Was he at like Cal prior? I can't remember
No,
where
I
he
thought it
was
was
at.
at Louisville. Wasn't it at Louisville?
Well, he
I'm
was
trying
at
to.
Louisville, but I thought he was a transfer for somewhere else.
Oh, I don't know. I can't. I don't remember where he transferred from.
Yeah, man. But yeah, this guy, he's like Brandon Whedon. That's why I was so shocked to see him taking that high. I guess Brandon Whedon was a first round guy.
Yeah, bro. His stock, bro. Every time you turn the television on, they were talking about Tyler Show, bro. Every single time. I don't care what NFL, what you was watching, they were talking about before the draft. I'm talking about right after the season, about people being drafted. He went from, hey man, I remember, man, he went from, hey man, I'm telling y'all, there's a guy out of Louisville, Tyler Show.
Dude, he was at
2 weeks
Oregon.
passed.
He was at Oregon backing up
Yeah,
Justin
yeah.
Herbert, man. And this guy,
Well, there you go, bro. Yeah, because he's 50 years old.
I I want to root for the Saints, but man, I feel like they are just run so poorly outside of the Sean Payton era, man. Like this is just it's truly shocking. And it's like when you're trying to get the fans excited too, because it's also a business, okay? It's
Mhm.
also a business. So if you're gonna take a quarterback high, how about take a guy that just played down the road at Alabama? That's gonna put people in the seats at the Superdome, right?
Mhm.
I just
But
don't.
his passing though, sometimes, man, I know he's a great athlete, but man, he can be off target though. The Alabama
Yeah,
quarterback he
he
was playing
can.
for. Yeah.
He's not the most perfect quarterback, but it's like if you're playing the upside game between Tyler Shook and
Yeah.
fucking Jalen
Yeah.
Milroe, man.
Jim Memorial. Yeah. Yeah. Much higher. Ceiling's
Yeah,
a lot higher. A lot
yeah.
higher.
And it's also about having an entertaining brand of football, man.
Hmm. But they kind of had that in it. What's my man name? The tight end slash quarterback,
Taysom Hill,
Taysom Hill. They kind of had that though.
I guess, but I mean, I would still think Jalen Milroe is a better quarterback than Taysom Hill, right? Right?
We would think, but man, did they love Taysom Hill.
Yeah. Yeah, he's out this year due to a knee injury. Otherwise, I was thinking, man, like, we still need a third tight end in Denver.
Do you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Outside of Evan Ingram, like, it's pretty slim pickings. Adam Troutman's our other tight end, man. And we drafted a basketball player in the 7th round that caught 4 catches at Utah this past year for 4 touchdowns. He's like 6'7", but dude, he had like 5 penalties this past weekend. Like he has no idea what he's doing on the field. There was a Kane Prescorn was on the field, like waving him over on when he's supposed to motion, like doesn't even know the play. So I think he's going to be put on the practice squad to develop for a little bit. Yeah.
Hey, if he works it out though, if he get it worked out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's just, he's white LeBron James. You don't put LeBron James on the field to block. You put him on the field to catch touchdowns, right?
There you go. There you go, brother. For sure. Speaking of the turnover, the penalties, I was going to ask you about that with CU. Do you think that's going to be something that they're going to improve on?
Man, I sure hope so, man. I
So
sure
it
hope
was
so.
pretty bad, though, last season.
It wasn't as bad as, again, I think we made a good jump from 23 to 24. I still feel like we'll always you saw a lot of the pre-snap penalties, I think, decrease, even though we still had some. I still think, man, this defense is going to be getting pass interference and personal fouls and stuff like that. And I don't mind it. I don't mind erring on the side of maybe being a little too physical, a little too aggressive. Plus, it's just clear that I don't know if this team will ever be given the leash that some other college football teams are with some of these borderline calls, man. So,
I got you. Yeah, they were
going to be fine.
Yeah, that was like 121st last year.
Are you serious? We were that bad?
That bad.
Okay. You know how people were talking about our defense like being top 25 last year? We were 50th, right?
But you was 50th though. You were 50th.
That's really good. That's really good.
That's doggone good. Yeah.
You think we can get into like the top, 3rd in college football?
Top 3rd, that would put you in. It's 133. So what's that?
Slightly within the top 40, 45. Yeah.
Well, that's possible because if they slow the game down and we run the ball like we think they're going to, that's probably less possessions. So they were 50th. So I think no, I don't know.
If they have the best defense in the Big 12, we're winning the conference, right?
You think? Oh, the best defense in the Big 12.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, bro, they can be top 3rd. They can be that. They can be top 3rd. Absolutely. If they were 50th, top 3rd is just 44th. That's 6 slots. They can do that.
Yeah, 6 slots, man. Now, running the ball, we go from last to where do we end up in the country this year?
I would be happy with like halfway, 72, 71.
Where does 150 yards a game put us?
From last year?
At last year's rankings.
Yeah, just in general, right? You talking about rushing last year, right?
Yeah.
So if you said 150 a game?
Yes.
That'll put them at somewhere around here. Let me look. I can tell you that's somewhere around 79, 80.
Yeah, I feel good about that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Like slightly within the top 80. That's a jump of 50 spots.
Yeah.
That's
good.
Yeah,
it's good, bro.
And I see Caden Salter getting somewhere between 60 to 80 rushing yards a game, and then I think we'll have more success on the ground this year.
Yeah. I mean, I was surprised too to see how much that defense improved. So I was surprised too. So yeah, bro, if the defense can be top 30, like you said, and they can get up to about 80s, yeah, you're talking about a pretty good season. I would, if all things else work out, right? So
Yeah.
you're talking about a pretty good season, man.
Yeah, 150 yards a game, man. We can do that. We can do that.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure. Peyton
yeah,
Salt is going to get you. He's going to get you minimum 50, I would think.
yeah. 1,000-yard rush again. 4,084 yards. He needs 4,085 yards all-purpose to break Shedeur's record. I think that's something to keep an eye on, man. That's going to be the one
Absolutely.
thing I'm really paying attention to, like stats wise.
You think he's going to be over a 3,000 yard passer?
He threw for 2,800 last year. He threw for more before that in 23, I think. So I think he'll be around there, man. I think he'll be around there.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. We had to see. I think his best pass year was what 2,900 though, right? His best passing year.
Yeah, because he was just short of 4,000 yards total in 2023.
Yeah, so you're looking at but also that same year he rushed for 1,600 yards. So I'm not thinking he's going to rush for 1,600 yards, right?
Okay.
So, but yeah, 2876 passing that year.
Or he was at 25 and 1,500, 25 and 1,600. He does the
Man, if
same.
he's doing that, that's crazy. Again, I don't think you want that. I see. I was thinking more on the line, which
Oh,
is
yeah. It
possible. What you're
was
saying,
1,800 last year. Yeah.
yeah, I was thinking more so about. I figured he could probably be a sub 3,000 yard passer, a 600 or 700 yard rusher, which is not bad.
No.
Yeah, I think that.
And then that means we get a 1,000-yard rusher out of the backfield, right?
Well, I think cumulative. Yes.
Oh, man. I pray to God, man. Dude, if we can have a 1,000-yard running back this year, we get a blue chip running back in this year's class. I think so.
But I don't know the only problem with that is you need a mainstay, and you remember you still got to get the young little track star guy a lot of balls.
Mm-hmm.
So I think cumulative it'll be more reflective on how well they running the ball than you just looking for 1,000 yard guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. With Hayden out, I think it's going to be pretty 50-50 between Welsh and Taylor. Maybe Simeon Price gets involved in the goal line stuff or like some short yardage because he's a little bit bigger than both those guys. But man, we just saw the floor last year with Michael Welsh, man. Like, I think he's only going to be better this year.
I agree, man. That little bowling ball.
Yeah, man. Yeah, kind of reminds you of a little Maurice Jones-Drew, all that.
Yeah, he do though. He
Yeah,
does, doesn't he?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he does.
Rawhide, I gotta get some lunch, man. Thank
Yeah, I was
you.
about to say, yeah, you went way over what you wanted to do.
Yeah,
All
dude.
right.
I said we were going for an hour, and like I gotta go get. I wish I was still in Colorado, man. I'd go get myself a $7 Buffs box and try and get one of these again. Thanks Taco Bell for including me, even though I'm not local right now. But Quentin Gibson, baby, I love this. So y'all be sure, man. Tag me on Twitter if you're able to go get the Buffs box. I think all this stuff's pretty cool. And I forgot to share this. When you purchase, there is money going back to CU with this. Well,
Right.
sort of. So they're doing the scholarship tie-in with Colorado area Taco Bell. So for every CU touchdown scored this year, Taco Bell is going to donate $1,000 to the Golden Buffalo Scholarship Fund. And it's going to be a lot more than that, man, from what I understand, because they got other partners and stuff. So there's going to be a lot of money going back to CU with this. Support your local Taco Bell, man. I love it. But Raw, what do you got coming on your channel? We got to be getting together through the season.
We
NFL
don't
and
have to
college.
make this a weekly deal. But on Wednesday, guys, y'all come on over. I'll be having another live on Wednesday. We got the NFL. They're be making cuts. I'm sure they started already making some cuts. But NFL, we got the Colorado Buffaloes, of course, right? That dominates. And you be able to come over and get your thoughts also and share your thoughts and talk about how dumb I sound or do not. And tell me where you stand with that. You know what I mean?
Right?
It's amazing though. Not to boast, I'm pretty good at these predictions, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm pretty good. I think bro, I'm pretty good. I
I
gotta say,
love it.
we are pretty good. So anyway, man, yeah, y'all come on over, man. Have a good time, man. It's just it's true barbershop for sure.
It's perfect. It's the first time I hopped on there in a while on Sunday, and I just gotta say, man, I missed it. I need
Yeah,
it. My
we miss
body
you too, Dave,
needs the barbershop, man.
for
So
sure.
I'm trying to go full time with this, man, this fall. So we'll see kind of how it all goes. I'm doing some other freelance work and stuff like that too. So we'll see. But hopefully I'll have some more opportunity to hop on the talk
Yeah,
shop,
come on over, brother.
man.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, well, greatly appreciate it. Again, y'all, please go subscribe to Raha Media for you. And if you only can subscribe to one of us, unsubscribe to me. Go subscribe to Raha
Man, I
Media.
appreciate it.
Come
Yeah,
on now.
we are food stamps for sure. Yeah, we need you all.
It's amazing, man. It's amazing. So, y'all have a wonderful afternoon. I'll be back. I think I'm going to do a video on this 5-star quarterback the Buffs offered just a couple days ago. So, that will be posted later today, unless there's some breaking news. So, y'all smash that like on the way out. Leave us all your comments on frustration on the replay below. Let's go, Buffs.
Go Buffs.